Most people think success is created during the day, but the truth is, your mind is shaped in quiet hours of the night, when the world goes silent, when distractions disappear. When your body rests, your mind is still working. Your brain is processing everything you experience during the day. Every thought, every emotion, every belief, it all gets organized while you sleep. The Stoics believe that your thoughts create your character, and your character creates your destiny. If your mind is filled with fear, doubt, and negativity during the day, your brain keeps strengthening those patterns at night. But here is the powerful truth. You can train your mind before sleep. You can program your thoughts. You can rewire your brain. And this is something most people never realize. Before you sleep, your mind enters a calm state. Your subconscious becomes more open. Whatever thoughts you feed it in that moment begin to sink deep into your mind. If before sleeping you think, I am not good enough, my life is hard, nothing works for me, then your brain keeps reinforcing weakness. But a Stoic warrior does something different. Before sleeping, they remind themselves, I did my best today. I am becoming stronger. I control my mind, not my circumstances. This simple habit slowly transforms your mindset. Night after night, day after day, your brain begins to believe it, and eventually, it becomes your identity. Marcus Aurelius once wrote that the happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts. So imagine what happens if every night you train your mind with powerful thoughts. Your fears become smaller, your discipline becomes stronger, your focus becomes sharper. While others sleep in chaos, you rebuild your mind. Another powerful Stoic practice before sleep is reflection. Ask yourself 3 questions. What did I do well today? What mistake did I make? How will I improve tomorrow? This is not about guilt or regret. It is about awareness. Because a man who reflects every night becomes wiser every day. Your mind slowly becomes calmer, more disciplined, more controlled. And this is exactly what Stoicism teaches. You cannot control the world, but you can control your mind. And when your mind becomes powerful, the outside world loses its power over you. Imagine doing this every night for 30 days. Before sleeping, you calm your mind. You remove negative thoughts. You remind yourself of your strength. You visualize the person you want to become. Slowly, your subconscious begins working with you instead of against you. Your confidence increases. Your emotional control improves. Your focus becomes unstoppable. And one day you wake up realizing something powerful. You are no longer the same person. The weak mindset is gone. The overthinking disappears. And a new version of you emerges. Stronger, calmer, more focused. Because while the world was sleeping, you were rebuilding your mind. Remember this Stoic truth. Your mind is like a garden. Whatever you plant in it will grow. Plant fear, and fear will grow. Plant strength, and strength will grow. So tonight, before you close your eyes, remember this. Feed your mind with power. Feed your mind with discipline. Feed your mind with courage. And while you sleep, your brain will quietly begin building the person you are meant to become. Control your thoughts before sleep, and you'll control your life. Every night when you close your eyes, something powerful begins to happen inside your mind. Your body rests, but your brain continues working. It processes your thoughts, your emotions, your fears, and your beliefs. Everything you experience during the day is being organized deep inside your subconscious. This is why most people wake up with the same mindset every single day. Same fears, same doubts, same habits. Because their mind keeps repeating the same mental patterns. But a Stoic thinker understands something powerful. If you change your thoughts before sleep, you change the direction of your life. Your mind is extremely sensitive before sleeping. It enters a relaxed state where your subconscious becomes more open. This is the perfect moment to plant powerful ideas in your mind. Instead of replaying your failures, instead of worrying about tomorrow, instead of thinking about people who hurt you, a Stoic does something different. They take control of their thoughts. They remind themselves that external events are not in their control, but their mind always is. If today was difficult, they accept it. If someone insulted them, they release it. If something went wrong, they learn from it. Because Stoicism teaches a powerful lesson. What happened is not important. How you respond is everything. Before sleep, a disciplined mind focuses on growth. They visualize themselves becoming stronger. They imagine waking up tomorrow with more discipline, more patience, and more focus. Slowly, their brain begins creating new mental patterns. Night after night, these thoughts become stronger. Confidence replaces fear. Clarity replaces confusion. And emotional control replaces chaos. This is how powerful people train their minds. They don't wait for motivation. They build mental strength through daily habits. And one of the most powerful habits is night reflection. Before sleeping, ask yourself, did I stay calm today? Did I waste energy on things I cannot control? Did I act like the person I want to become? These questions slowly build awareness. And awareness is the first step to mastery. Because once you see your weaknesses clearly, you can improve them. Marcus Aurelius, the great Stoic emperor, practiced this every night. He would reflect on his actions, his thoughts, and his emotions, not to punish himself, but to improve himself. That is the Stoic way. Progress, not perfection. And over time, something incredible happens. Your mind becomes quieter. Your emotions become stronger. Your discipline becomes automatic. You stop reacting to everything. You stop overthinking every opinion. You become calm in situations where others panic. Because every night, you trained your mind to become stronger. Think about it. Most people go to sleep with stress. They watch negative content. They replay arguments. They worry about problems. And then they wonder why their mind feels heavy every morning. But you can choose something different. Before sleeping, fill your mind with strength. Remind yourself that you survived another day. Remind yourself that every challenge made you wiser. Remind yourself that tomorrow is another opportunity to grow. This small habit may seem simple, but done consistently, it can transform your entire mindset. Because while others sleep without awareness, you are quietly rebuilding your mind. Night after night, thought by thought, you are becoming calmer, stronger, and more disciplined. And one day you will realize something powerful. Your mind no longer controls you. You control your mind. And that is the true Stoic power. Most people think change happens suddenly. They believe one motivational video, one good day, or one big decision will transform their life. But the Stoics understood a deeper truth. Real change happens slowly and silently. Just like a tree grows quietly during the night, your mind also transforms during the silent hours when you sleep. Every thought you repeat before sleep becomes a seed planted in your subconscious. And seeds, once planted, always grow. If you plant doubt, doubt will grow. If you plant fear, fear will grow. But if you plant discipline, courage, and self-control, then those qualities will slowly become part of your personality. This is why controlling your mind before sleep is one of the most powerful habits you can develop. Because your subconscious mind never sleeps. It keeps working. It keeps organizing. It keeps strengthening whatever thoughts you feed it. The Stoics believe that a wise person trains their mind daily, just like a warrior trains their body. And the best moment to train your mind is when the world becomes quiet, when there are no distractions, when there is no noise, when it is just you and your thoughts. That is the moment where real transformation begins. Before you sleep, remind yourself of who you want to become. Not who you were yesterday, not who people think you are, but who you are capable of becoming. Maybe you want to become stronger. Maybe you want to become more disciplined. Maybe you want to become calmer and emotionally unbreakable. Then close your eyes and imagine that version of yourself. See yourself handling problems with calmness. See yourself ignoring distractions. See yourself staying focused while others lose control. Your brain begins to record these images, and over time, those mental images slowly become reality. This is not magic. This is how the mind works. The brain strengthens whatever thoughts are repeated consistently. That is why negative people stay negative, and strong people become stronger, because they feed their mind different thoughts. Marcus Aurelius once reminded himself every day, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Think about that for a moment. You cannot control the world. You cannot control what people say. You cannot control unexpected problems. But you can always control your thoughts. And if you control your thoughts before sleep, you begin controlling your future. Night after night, your mind becomes calmer. Night after night, your discipline becomes stronger. Night after night, your identity begins to change. And one morning you wake up realizing something powerful. The same problems exist. The same world exists. But you are no longer the same person. Because while others were sleeping without awareness, you were rebuilding your mind. Every powerful transformation in life begins with a simple decision. The decision to take control of your mind. Most people believe their thoughts happen automatically. They believe their worries are natural. Their fears are unavoidable. Their doubts are normal. But the Stoics never accepted this idea. They believe that a disciplined mind can choose its thoughts. When you go to sleep with anger, your mind strengthens anger. When you go to sleep with fear, your mind strengthens fear. But when you go to sleep with calmness, reflection, and purpose, your brain slowly strengthens those qualities. Think about it. Every night your mind is practicing something. The question is, what are you training your mind to become? Are you training it to panic? Or are you training it to remain calm under pressure? A Stoic trains their mind to remain calm. They understand that life will always bring difficulties. Problems will appear. People will criticize. Unexpected events will happen. But a disciplined mind does not react emotionally to everything. Instead, it observes. It learns. It adapts. And this mindset is built slowly through daily habits, especially the habit of controlling your thoughts before sleep. When you close your eyes tonight, remind yourself of one simple truth. Nothing outside you has power over your mind unless you give that power. Not insults, not failures, not criticism, not even difficult situations. Your mind is your responsibility. And when you take responsibility for your thoughts, you begin shaping your destiny. Rewire your mind while you sleep. Part 6. There is something powerful about the quiet hours of the night. During the day, the world is loud. People are talking. Phones are ringing. Problems are appearing. Your attention is constantly pulled in different directions. But at night, everything becomes silent. And in that silence, you finally meet your own mind. Many people are afraid of the silence, because when distractions disappear, their worries become louder. Their doubts become clearer. Their fears begin to speak. But the Stoics did not run away from these thoughts. They faced them calmly. They observed their mind without panic. They understood that thoughts are temporary. A thought is just a mental event. It is not a command. It is not reality. And it does not control you unless you accept it. When you realize this, something powerful happens. Your mind becomes calmer. You stop reacting to every negative thought. Instead, you choose which thoughts deserve your attention. And slowly your mind becomes stronger. Night after night, thought by thought, you begin building emotional discipline. And emotional discipline is one of the greatest forms of power, because a person who controls their emotions cannot be easily manipulated by the world. Rewire your mind while you sleep. Part 7. Imagine who you could become if you train your mind every night for 1 year. Think about that for a moment. 365 nights of reflection. 365 nights of mental discipline. 365 nights of planting powerful thoughts into your mind. Your identity would completely transform. You would become calmer in stressful situations. You would become stronger when facing criticism. You would become more focused on your purpose, because your brain would no longer be controlled by random thoughts. It would be trained, directed, disciplined. This is what Stoic philosophers practiced for centuries. They understood that real strength begins in the mind, not in physical power, not in money, not in status, but in the ability to remain calm and rational no matter what happens. And this ability is built slowly through daily awareness. Every night is another opportunity, another chance to improve, another chance to become wiser than you were yesterday. So before you sleep tonight, remember this. Your mind is listening. Your subconscious is absorbing your thoughts. Your future self is being shaped in this very moment. Choose your thoughts carefully. Feed your mind with discipline. Feed your mind with courage. Feed your mind with clarity. And while the world sleeps, your mind will quietly build the person you are meant to become. There's a silent battle happening inside your mind every single day. A battle between discipline and distraction, between courage and fear, between growth and comfort. Most people lose this battle without even realizing it, because they allow their mind to wander anywhere it wants. They allow random thoughts to control their emotions. They allow the outside world to dictate their inner peace. But a Stoic thinker understands something powerful. Your mind must be trained. Just like a warrior trains their body, a wise person trains their thoughts. And the best time to do this is when the day ends. Before you sleep, take a moment to quiet your mind. Let go of the noise of the day. Let go of the opinions of others. Let go of the stress that does not belong to you anymore. The past is finished. Tomorrow has not arrived. Only this moment exists. And in this moment, you have the power to choose your thoughts. Choose calmness. Choose clarity. Choose discipline. Because every thought you repeat before sleep slowly becomes part of your identity. Night after night, these thoughts build the architecture of your mind. And eventually, they shape your destiny. Point one of the greatest lessons of Stoicism is this. Do not let the world disturb your inner peace. People will always have opinions. Some will criticize you. Some will doubt you. Some will misunderstand you. This is unavoidable. But their opinions only have power if you allow them to live inside your mind. This is why controlling your thoughts before sleep is so important. Because if you carry every insult, every criticism, and every negative moment into the night, your mind keeps replaying it. And the more you replay something, the stronger it becomes. But a disciplined mind does something different. Before sleeping, it releases unnecessary weight. It says, that moment is over. That opinion does not define me. That mistake is simply a lesson. And with that awareness, the mind becomes lighter. Peace replaces frustration. Clarity replaces confusion. And slowly you become emotionally stronger than before. This is a Stoic path. Not the path of avoiding problems, but the path of becoming stronger than them. Imagine waking up every morning with a calm and focused mind. No unnecessary stress. No constant overthinking. No emotional chaos. Just clarity, discipline, and quiet confidence. This is what happens when you train your mind consistently. Night after night, thought by thought, the brain begins forming new patterns. Old negative beliefs start disappearing. New empowering beliefs begin replacing them. Your identity slowly shifts. You stop seeing yourself as weak. You stop doubting your abilities. You stop seeking validation from everyone around you. Instead, you begin trusting your own mind. This is real confidence. Not loud, not arrogant, but calm and unshakable. Because deep inside, you know your mind is under your control. And once you control your mind, very little in the world can control you. So tonight, when you close your eyes, remember this simple Stoic principle. Your thoughts are shaping the person you will become tomorrow. Choose them wisely. Feed your mind with strength. Feed your mind with discipline. Feed your mind with courage. And while the world sleeps, your mind will quietly transform your life. Every great transformation in life begins in a place most people ignore, the mind. Not the loud mind that reacts during the day, but the quiet mind that listens during the night. When the world finally becomes silent, something powerful happens inside you. Your body relaxes. Your breathing slows down, your thoughts begin to settle, and in that moment, your subconscious mind becomes more open than at any other time of the day. This is why the final thoughts before sleep are extremely powerful. They are like instructions given to your mind. If you fall asleep thinking about failure, your brain keeps replaying those feelings. If you fall asleep thinking about anger, your mind strengthens that anger. But if you fall asleep reminding yourself of strength, discipline, and calmness, something different begins to happen. Your brain starts building a stronger identity. The Stoics believe that your character is built through repeated thoughts and actions, not through luck, not through circumstances, but through discipline. And one of the most powerful forms of discipline is mental discipline, the ability to control what you allow inside your mind. Because once a thought enters your mind repeatedly, it begins shaping how you see the world. That is why two people can experience the same problem, but react completely differently. One person becomes overwhelmed. The other remains calm and focused. The difference is not the situation. The difference is the mind. A Stoic mind is trained to remain steady, even when things go wrong, even when life becomes uncertain. And this strength is not built overnight. It is built slowly, night after night, thought by thought. Most people spend their entire lives reacting to their thoughts. They believe every thought that appears in their mind. If the mind says you are not good enough, they believe it. If the mind says you will fail, they believe it. If the mind says people are judging you, they believe it. But Stoic philosophy teaches a powerful lesson. Not every thought deserves your attention. A thought is simply a mental event. It appears and it disappears. But when you focus on it repeatedly, it grows stronger. Imagine your mind like a fire. Every thought you give attention to is like adding wood to that fire. Add wood to fear, and fear becomes bigger. Add wood to anger, and anger becomes stronger. But add wood to discipline, courage, and calmness, and those qualities begin to dominate your mind. This is why the moments before sleep are so important. Because whatever thoughts you focus on during this time become deeply rooted in your subconscious. A Stoic uses this moment wisely. Instead of worrying about tomorrow, they focus on growth. Instead of replaying problems, they focus on lessons. Instead of feeding fear, they feed strength. And slowly their mind begins to change. There's a powerful habit practiced by many Stoic thinkers. The habit of night reflection. Before sleeping, they review the events of the day, not to criticize themselves, not to feel guilty, but to become better. They ask themselves simple questions. Where did I lose control of my emotions today? Where did I act with wisdom? What lesson did today teach me? These questions may seem simple, but they create powerful awareness. And awareness is a foundation of growth. Because a person who never reflects on their actions will continue repeating the same mistakes. But a person who reflects daily becomes wiser every day. This is why the Stoics believe that every night is an opportunity to improve your character. Each day you learn something. Each night you process it. And slowly your mind becomes sharper, calmer, more disciplined. Think about the person you want to become, not the person you are today, but the person you are capable of becoming. Maybe you want to become mentally stronger. Maybe you want to stop overthinking. Maybe you want to become someone who remains calm even in difficult situations. That transformation begins with your thoughts. Your mind constantly asks one silent question. Who am I? And the answer you repeat every day becomes your identity. If you constantly tell yourself you are weak, your mind will behave that way. But if you remind yourself every night that you are disciplined, focused, and resilient, your brain slowly begins accepting that identity. And once identity changes, behavior follows naturally. This is why successful people focus heavily on mindset, because the mind is the foundation of everything. Imagine practicing this simple habit for 1 year. Every night before sleep, you calm your mind. You release unnecessary worries. You reflect on the lessons of the day. You remind yourself of the person you want to become. Night after night, your brain begins forming new mental patterns. Old fears begin losing their power. Old doubts begin fading away. Your mind becomes more stable, more disciplined, more resilient, and slowly something incredible happens. You stop reacting to every problem. You stop caring about every opinion. You stop wasting energy on things outside your control. Instead, you focus only on what truly matters: your thoughts, your actions, your character, because this is the true Stoic philosophy. You cannot control the world, but you can always control your mind. And when your mind becomes strong, very little in the world can disturb your peace. So tonight, remember this. Before you sleep, choose your thoughts carefully, because while your body rests, your mind is quietly building the person you will become tomorrow. So tonight, before you close your eyes, remember this simple truth. Your mind is always listening, even in silence. The thoughts you choose before sleep quietly shape the person you will become tomorrow. Let go of the worries you cannot control. Release the anger that steals your peace. Instead, plant thoughts of discipline, courage, and calmness. Tell yourself that you are growing stronger, wiser, and more focused every single day. Because while the world sleeps, your mind is still working, building your character, strengthening your mindset, and preparing you for the challenges ahead. And if you repeat this habit night after night, one day you will wake up and realize something powerful. You are no longer controlled by your thoughts. You are the one who controls them. That is the true power of a Stoic mind.